Hi everyone, welcome to Kenya News K. Now, finally, the Ugandan President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has apologized to Kenyans and the Kenyan government on behalf of his son, kind of tweets which seemingly were like a threat to the sovereignty of Kenya as a state. And he has even confirmed making a phone call to President William Samoei Ruto. And while Museveni was doing this, Bobi Wine, who is one of the opposition leaders in Uganda, has again exposed Museveni in another tweet. Because Bobi Wine is asking President Museveni one question. In as much you are apologizing to Kenyans on what your son had done, what are you doing as far as the issue of Ugandans who have suffered in the hands of the same individual? Have you done for? Are you apologizing to them? Or what are you doing to them? Because now you are apologizing the mistake your son has done. And this is the tweet Bobi Wine has shared. While General Museveni apologized for his son's thoughtless threat against Kenya, I ask, who apologizes to the countless people he abducted and tortured with reckless abandon, who ensured they get justice? God willing, there will be accountability for these crimes against humanity. You can see he has shared a number of photos there. Hey, oh my God. So those are the photos he has shared there. You can see people have really suffered, and according to him, the person who is executing this is the son to Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, General Muhozi, who has been threatening to capture the capital city of Kenya, Nairobi. The same man. So this is how Ugandans have suffered in his hands. So you can see the kind of spirit, mind, idea, and the treatment, mistreatment Ugandans have suffered in their hands. So he feels he can extend that to Kenya. So here Bobi Wine actually is trying to show Kenyans what a person who has been threatening Kenyan president and the people of Kenya has been doing to Ugandans in Uganda. So according to Bobi Wine, this is the work of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's son's order. Because this is a man who is a senior military officer in Uganda. In fact, he was just promoted the other day. Was it today or yesterday? He was promoted yesterday. And that is what he can do to the people of Uganda. Look at that. So when he threatened Kenya as a country, this is what Kenyans should anticipate for. Because this is a man who fears nothing, a man who don't understand the meaning of humanity, according to what Bobi Wine is tweeting, and not my own words. If what Bobi Wine is tweeting is something to go with, you can see a dictator in Muhozi. Because you cannot subject a civilian to this kind of treatment. I think we have rule of law and we have court. But of course, it is true. Muhozi, in one of the tweets, he said that he was very clear. He talked about rule of law, constitution, democracy. And he rubbished. He said, all of this thing is nonsense. They don't understand. What do they understand? The only language they understand is the language of revolutionaries. That's the only language I understand. But now, so going by that, actually, then what Bobi Wine is hearing finally vindicate what he was talking about. Is justified because of what he had already talked earlier about. Because a man who understands or believe in a rule of law, you cannot subject a civilian to this treatment. A man who understands the language of democracy cannot go to an extent of subjecting a civilian to this treatment. Where there is democracy, there cannot be such kind of suffering. The court will have a say. But now you can see for yourself. A man who don't care for humanity. Those pictures are horrible. And even Bobi Wine is among the people who have also suffered in the hands of this regime to some extent. When we were starting Stureh Punchline some time earlier, I was doing analysis that was also touching on Uganda. If you go back to those videos, you will see I did several videos. There are more than 10. Then I stopped. You can see how Bobi Wine suffered for the first time when he wanted to contest for the presidency. By the way, he was just becoming a party leader somewhere there. So this is a man that Museveni has promoted. Because according to the president of Uganda, the mistake that Muhozi has done compared to the good thing he has done for the people of Uganda, the good thing supersedes the mistake. Because according to him, the only mistake that he believed his son did was going to an extent of threatening another country. It's like you're touching on sovereignty of another country. So according to him, that was a grave mistake. But now this one is not a mistake. It is normal, according to him maybe. And the operations in Uganda. You see, because let's assume Muhozi was a Kenyan, and then he was trying to tweet this kind of tweets. Do you believe he will be promoted? In fact, if there is something to happen, then he will be demoted, or he can even lose his job. But you know, that is not the language of Uganda. Going with what we have seen with our naked eyes, what we have heard with our ears, is totally different. So that is the breaking news. And this is a real expose on what is ailing Ugandans. You can see them suffering in silence, but this is what maybe, or not maybe, because actually it is pictures you can see. It means when you are not supporting him, you should expect to suffer in the same regime's hand. That's the life. So this is not a person you should take for a joke when you talk about this, unless, and you know, when you welcome such an individual to mingle in Kenyan affairs, because we know our president has had good relation with the Ugandan president. And then the son to Ugandan president comes back to threaten a Kenyan sitting president. And now the person we are threatening is just new in the office. He is even yet to take over, to feel the power and feel being in the center of controlling this power. Bado hajakalia kiti vizuri, bado anapanga vile atakalia. But then someone is posting a threat on the same person using an immediately retired president. Hey, look at that. And that is the story. Thank you so much for listening to me. May good God bless you. But let us meet at the comment section. Let us also go to Stureh Punchline. If you are looking for a juicy political analysis, let's meet there. We can talk more. Thank you.